Have you ever wondered what happens when dreams collide with realities? When distinct ideologies clash in an epic battle for supremacy. This is how the story of Camelot and Lyonesse begins. Two neighboring kingdoms, both striving to shape the future of Britannia in their own image. Our journey begins in ancient times when Britannia was a vast chessboard of rival kingdoms. Lyonesse, the most powerful nation, ruled by King Bartra and his royal family. And Camelot, the rising kingdom led by the legendary King Arthur Pendragon, a man destined for greatness from the moment he pulled the legendary sword from the stone. Tensions were already high between the two kingdoms when a catastrophic event shook the very foundations of Britannia. The awakening of the Ten Commandments, a demonic clan thirsty to conquer and subjugate all the land. Faced with this existential threat, Lyonesse and Camelot were forced to form a tense alliance, led by the legendary Seven Deadly Sins. But even when the dust settled and the demons were sealed away, the scars remained. Arthur, intoxicated by the power of chaos that crowned him the King of Chaos, decided to rebuild Camelot not as an earthly kingdom but as an eternal realm, an alternate dimension shaped by his own ideals. And what were these ideals? A utopian vision where only humans could inhabit, free from the corruption of other races. An artificial paradise forged through the raw power of chaos, unconcerned with the cost to the external world. For every creation in this new Camelot, something was destroyed in Britannia. Mountains melted, forests withered, even entire villages disappeared in the smoke of progress. Lyonesse, under the baton of the royal family and the valorous Seven Deadly Sins, refused to passively watch this blatant disrespect for natural order. An epic confrontation unfolded, no longer with swords and magic, but with clashing ideologies. On one side, Camelot and its vision of an unchangeable human paradise. On the other, Lyonesse, defender of harmonious coexistence among all races. But Camelot was not just a physical realm, it was also a realm of the mind. Its citizens lived in an induced state of ecstasy, where any desire was fulfilled, even the resurrection of deceased loved ones. A seductive illusion, however deceptive, for those who dared to question or leave this paradise were summarily re-educated in the mysterious cauldron Enwyn. As the ideological war intensified, ancient monsters were awakened from their long slumbers. Mythical creatures like the fearsome Cath-Palag, a primordial being as old as chaos itself. Fueled by Arthur's resentment against the natural order, Cath-Palag threatened to consume both Camelot and Lyonesse in its destructive fury. It was only through the combined efforts of the Seven Deadly Sins, the royal family of Lyonesse, and even Arthur that this apocalyptic threat was contained. But at a terrible cost, scars that may never heal, for both sides. And so, the curtain falls on this epic confrontation of wills? Or does it? For while Camelot remains a parallel dimension, untouched by the flow of time, who can say what threats might emerge from this alternate reality? What other ancient and primordial forces might awaken from their dens, drawn by the raw power of chaos? The question remains, is it possible to forcibly mold a true paradise, ignoring the complexities and nuances of the natural world? Or is such an endeavor doomed to crumble under the weight of its own contradictions? Only time will tell if Camelot and Lyonesse can finally reconcile their differences and forge a future where all races can coexist in harmony. Or if this war of ideals will consume everyone in a whirlwind of primordial chaos, erasing forever the dreams of a true earthly paradise. The choice lies in the hands of mortal and immortal realms. Which vision of the future will prevail?